Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven.com and welcome to our Nintendo Community Fangames Convention coverage. This is the 2020 event, and at first we're going to take a look at Sonic Dynamo. Now this is being developed by Clouder, Hobbers, Stritix and TelosTurntable. And yeah, I wanted to give this a go because I really like the look of the artwork, and it's definitely the most striking thing about this demo. So this is very much a traditional sort of 16-bit style Sonic fan game. The presentation is pretty good on the whole. Unfortunately, there's no music. Absolutely no music whatsoever. The thing that struck me at first, though, is the fact that the title screen is very stretched out of proportion. I think it's definitely supposed to be displayed in a bit of a 4:3 aspect ratio, but it's just sort of been stretched into a widescreen resolution. But once you get into the main game itself, it is actually a proper widescreen demo, and none of the artwork is stretched as such. So as Sonic, you have your standard jumping, running, spin dash. You can homing attack in this as well, and you also have use of the insta-shield. And like I said, it's a very pretty thing. I really like the tiles. I think the choice of artwork is really, really lovely. I really like the Sonic sprite himself. I think he's a fantastic looking thing. So props there. I think that's a really lovely looking sprite. Yeah, it controlled well. I thought it was perfectly serviceable. It didn't feel wrong at any given point. It felt like a 16-bit Sonic game, to be honest with you, which is exactly what you want, really. The only thing different, really, is obviously the fact that you have the homing attack, and to my surprise, it worked pretty reliably the entire time. I know there's some pretty shonky homing attacks in 2D fan games out there, but this isn't one of them. It works perfectly. I'd say the trail effect that comes off Sonic when you use it is a little bit bland looking. It doesn't really go with the rest of the art. But yeah, completely usable. It worked fine. But yeah, just a shame that there's no music here. It could have really rounded out the rest of the visual package. Once we get into Act 2, though, the visual package does take a bit of a dive, unfortunately. There is this weird sort of a sandstorm effect that happens, and it very lazily just sort of like blinks into view, and it doesn't extend all the way to the bottom of the screen. So there's this little bar down the bottom of the screen that doesn't you know, get covered up by the sandstorm effect, so it looks a bit lazy and a bit broken, which is a bit of a shame. We also get a heat ripple effect, which works absolutely fine in this act, gives it a little bit more extra flair. Yeah, fine stuff, to be honest with you. I think the stage design wasn't as strong as the first act, unfortunately. Lots of pitfalls, at least you could get out of them. You know, they were just spike pits, so and there was a spring down the side which allowed you to get back out of them, which was fine. We also get a perfectly serviceable boss battle. Again, it was good, but like the complete lack of music really kind of spoils this. I think it's just yeah, one of those things where like it just doesn't match the rest of the visual package. I also found a big ring for the special stage, and I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. It obviously just hasn't been programmed in yet. So yeah, just don't include those things if they're not ready yet, guys. It seems a bit pointless, to be honest with you. You could have just used some placeholder music, and this would have instantly sort of stood out a little bit better as well. But as it stands, it's a perfectly serviceable little 16-bit Sonic fan game. I think the artwork is lovely. I thought, on the whole, it played really well. I liked the stage design better in Act 1 than I did Act 2. Thought the boss battle was fine. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes from here, to be honest with you. I think this is a really cool project. I really liked what I played here. It just needs some extra presentation with the old soundtrack there. That could have really helped things. Like I say, you could use some placeholder and it would have been fine. But yeah, Sonic Dynamo, a good first effort, but definitely looking forward to seeing where this goes in the future, because at the moment it's a little bit unfinished, a little bit rushed to release. Apparently the next build will offer new sprites, and the artwork direction will be based on the Sonic OVA, so that will be an interesting thing to see.